This is the BLUETTI AC200PL portable power station, and right from the start, I have to say, it looks and feels sturdy. Imagine something like a heavy-duty toolbox, but what it really is, a solid power backup built for just about anything I might need off-grid or at home. It's pretty big. The color is classic BLUETTI, black with orange accents, giving it kind of a rugged, semi-industrial vibe. There's an LCD screen right up front, with all the ports covered by these rubber flaps and built-in handles that are flush to the case. Even though it's marketed as portable, the truth is, this thing is heavy, about 72 pounds. So for me, it's a luggable battery, not something I'm hauling up a mountain, but perfect for RV use, home backup, or occasional camping where the car does the heavy lifting. From my experience, what really drew me in was the capacity. The AC200PL packs a 2304Wh LiFePO4 battery. If the numbers don't mean much, basically it means serious power. I can run my fridge, my laptop, lights, and some appliances for hours. If you ever had power outages or go camping, you know how frustrating it is to lose electricity. You don't realize just how much you rely on it until it's gone. With this, I can power everything in my trailer, and even bring it into the house if the grid goes down. The energy storage is expandable too, up to 8,448 watt-hours with additional BLUETTI battery packs. So, for those of you eyeing longer trips or home backup for more than a night or two, you've got room to grow. Key features that stood out to me on first use. There are 4 solid 2400W AC outlets, which for non-electricians just means I can plug in almost anything, from my kettle to a full-size microwave. And yes, even a 15,000 BTU air conditioner once I installed a soft start module. There's a dedicated 30-amp TT30 outlet designed specifically for RVs, and I love this for how easy it makes powering the whole trailer. No complicated rewiring needed. For me, it's perfect because once I hook up that 30-amp outlet, every outlet inside my trailer just works, as if I'm plugged into park power. There are USB ports for phones and laptops, 2 USB-C PD at 100W for modern laptops, 2 regular old-school USB-A, plus wireless charging pads on top, handy for tossing my phone on while cooking. There's also 12V output for car accessories, and even a 48V/8A DC outlet if you have special equipment. I counted 11 ports, and honestly, I haven't run out of space for stuff to plug in, which is saying something considering how much gear I have on a trip. When it comes to charging the AC200PL itself, it's fast if you're plugged into the wall. It can pull up to 2400 watts input, which means from totally empty to 80% takes about an hour. A full charge for me, from 10% left to completely full, has never taken more than 3 hours. Not bad for a battery this size. If you're on solar and you have the panels, it supports up to 1200 watts, which is about as fast as solar charging gets on a portable power station. I tried it out with some solar panels on a bright day, and I got almost 1100 watts coming in. That filled it up pretty quickly considering the weather was a bit overcast. My own experience over several months has been mostly positive. I left the AC200PL sitting for months in my garage, and when I came back, it still held a full charge. That's the advantage of LiFePO4 batteries: long lifespan, slow self-discharge, and they're safer compared to old lithium-ion types. BLUETTI says the battery is rated for over 3,000 cycles to 80% capacity, which should last years even if you use it a lot. That gives me some peace of mind. One big thing I wanted in a power station is real power delivery. There's nothing worse than seeing nice specs, but then your devices trip the breaker anyway. The AC200PL has power lifting that can handle surges up to 3,600 watts, which basically means it won't give up if you plug in something that needs a burst of extra startup power, like an AC or a pump. I did notice though, if I try to run the air conditioner on battery, it drains quick, about 40 minutes for my big AC unit. But if I skip the air and just run essentials, the AC200PL lasts days. For winter use, I ran my RV furnace on low for 3 full days straight without needing to recharge, and it probably could have stretched to 4 with the thermostat set lower. I use the eco mode to cut down on power drain when idle, especially overnight. Before I figured this out, the battery lost 10% or so just sitting there, but in eco mode that drops to maybe 3%. Setting this up does take navigating a touchscreen, which I found straightforward. I should mention that to access advanced settings like Turbo or Pro charge speed, you need to use the BLUETTI app and sometimes get a passcode from support. I get why they do it, but it means you do rely on your phone for the best performance. One thing to keep in mind is the proprietary cables. BLUETTI uses a specific locking AC cable and a 2-pin DC aviation connector. Mine has been fine, but I've heard from others that if the cable breaks or gets lost, it's a headache to find a spare. Customer service has shipped replacements quickly, so I bought a backup cable just in case. Just something to know before you head out on a long trip. As for the sound, it's really quiet for its size. The fans are off most of the time, unless you're pulling near the maximum. Then they make a gentle whooshing noise, nothing like a gas generator. I measured mine at about 40 decibels under load, which is like soft conversation in another room. You can easily sleep nearby. I keep my AC200PL in the storage area under my trailer's inverter, which fits just right. For travel, I use hooks to keep the cables off the ground. Rodents are less likely to chew their way in that way. I also installed a portal in the trailer floor so I can pass the cable outside to the 30-amp inlet. That way, the power station stays protected inside, cables are secure, and everything stays working, even in bad weather. No water or animals get in. For home use, I've tested running my fridge and some lights during a blackout. It's strong enough to keep the fridge cold for several hours, or even pre-cool it overnight before a trip. Unlike running a cable from the house, which never seemed to have enough power for my fridge or air conditioner, the BLUETTI delivers steady current, no problem, without tripping the breaker. I also appreciate the uninterruptible power supply UPS function, which automatically turns on if grid power fails. My desktop computer didn't notice a thing. The transfer takes less than a second. If I had to list downsides, it would be the weight. At 72 pounds, it's not for everyone. Also, no weather rating, so it can't sit outside in rain or dust for long periods. I always keep mine sheltered. The proprietary cable thing is annoying, but manageable. The efficiency on 12V DC isn't as high as the AC output. So if you rely on car sockets for everything, just know you'll get more life using the standard outlets. The look might not fit in everyone's living room. More garage than designer space. In my opinion, the peace of mind is worth it. I'd recommend this for people who RV, camp, or need reliable home backup without the noise, gas, and fumes of a regular generator. BLUETTI backs it with a 5-year warranty, and after using it constantly for 2 months, charging and discharging, running appliances, and letting it sit idle, I haven't found a portable power solution that matches it for practicality and power. In conclusion, if you're after something that will keep your essentials running, charge up fast, and let you leave the small, underpowered battery packs behind, the BLUETTI AC200PL is hard to top. You get safety, expandability, plenty of ports, and easy operation. It does what it says on the box, and from my experience, that's rare. I will post full information about the BLUETTI AC200PL portable power station in the comments section. See you in the following videos.